flex me a bad body. Say, oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
What's going on, people? How is everybody doing? Well, actually, this is our first RnR hour in like God knows. The streets thought we were done, but we're back. And look at Ra with the new tight whatever he's wearing. You know, this is what we do for you guys. Ra, how have you been?
Yeah, listen. Yeah, we weren't really gone anywhere, but you know, it was my birthday, then I went off to Mauritius. Yeah, it's just been a struggle getting back into the groove of everything, you know, work, boxing, the gym. If there's any viewers who are middle-aged, tell me, is this what I've got to look forward to? Just everything's a struggle now. Yeah.
Why the hell is that so tight?
Huh? Because I'm fat. So tight? That's why. Just come back from the gym. I got fat.
Okay, cool.
And, you know, yeah, listen, it is what it is. That's what happens when you get fat. So, but you know what? I did miss the boxing.
Same.
First week back, first press conference back. Really enjoyed it. Got to meet a couple of our boys, which we'll come to in you know later on in the show. But yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to things.
So am I, Rara. It's good to have you back, buddy. It's good to because we, you know, we were one of the first out here, man. So we yeah, this is a special show for me.
And I've got to say thanks for all your work holding the fort while I've been living it up. Yeah. So.
You weren't getting fat. Do you know what you were doing on holiday? You were trying to find the tightest shit that you could possibly wear, right? And then bring it back to England and just be like, yeah, I let myself go. When you said you were fat, I assumed you were fat.
Yeah.
But you're not.
Yeah, but why do you think the camera view ends there? You know, I ain't showing the gut off. I've got some work to do now to get rid of that.
Okay. Well, yeah, great to have you back, buddy. Great to have you back, partner. A lot of interesting stuff has happened. I think we'll kind of start off with a shout out to our sponsors and big up to Aisha, the queen of Green Diamond Boxing on iBoxingHub. Okay. But yes, a slight word from yes, 40% off your total purchase from D-Rock Clothing. Okay, by using promo code iBoxingHub24. All right, now 40%. Christmas is coming up. You want drip? Obviously, you can use my promo code also at oddbodygarments.co.uk. Shipping included. 20% discount for anything over £10. Okay, so that is IKO 20.
Highly recommended. Coming up to Christmas, you know, everyone's struggling financially, so 40% and 20% off. That goes a long way. So
it's decent, isn't it? It's decent. It's
want to look good, yeah.
That's giving back to the community, to be honest with you. But yeah, Rara, talking about giving back to the community, Conor Benn has been
big up Germs.
Big up Germs in the building. Yeah, guys, please go and subscribe to iMedia Hub Boxing Media Hub. Yeah, Jam will Rod actually knows the thing. Sorry, I'm I'm glitching today. But yes, Conor Benn, he's been exonerated, whatever other exfode you'd like to add in there. He came out with a statement yesterday. Oh God, I wish I had that statement with me actually. Basically saying, I'm innocent. UCAD, I don't feel bad for what you guys did to me. Yeah, I'm gonna continue with my life. Anybody can get it. And UCAD just came out and they were like, we have 29 days to appeal this again. So
Yeah,
they might appeal their appeal. So Connor might just be back to square one. Now,
yeah.
how do you
I
feel
mean,
about that,
once again, much like the furore over Iman Khalif, she's
bro?
back in the news. Look, people just jump onto something which is on social media, and it's to feed into their confirmation bias. So if you're team Ben, straight away, innocent. If you're anti Ben, straight away, wait a sec. Nothing's been exonerated. You can't self-exonerate, or this governing body ain't the ones that do the exonerating. Until the actual authorities who are responsible put out an official statement. Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, but UCAD.
So what happened?
UCAD.
The UCAD have a right to appeal. So they went to the court and then he got cleared. And then UCAD have said, we have these amount of days to appeal the decision. So this has already happened.
Wait,
a little birdie told me that a little birdie told me this was happening quite a while in advance, right? But I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Well,
Because
once
you get yourself in this type of situation again, don't you?
Yeah, I think he's jumped the gun, because if there's the option to appeal,
yeah, we're going to talk about it, Ganzi.
You're not, you're not in the clear yet. So should have held off, waited to see if they're going to appeal, and just wait for until the Boxing Board of Control have actually said, yeah.
No, they did.
Where? I haven't seen no statement from the board.
No, it was UCAD, I swear. Didn't UCAD take...
No.
UCAD have appealed.
They've already appealed. They said they've already...
No. UCAD came out and they said they have this amount of time to appeal. But the thing is, it's like he passed the UCAD test, but he failed one from a different testing body. So it's just like, I just don't understand, bro. Like, just take the fucking ban. Just take the ban. Just take the ban.
That's the thing.
At this point, is it even worth it? Is it even worth it?
Yeah, I thought effectively he's been for a 2-year ban, but
he got exonerated from it. But they've said, nah, like, get over here. Every time he runs away, they're like, nah, get back here right now.
Oh man, I can't keep track of it. Let's see. I mean, we're just gonna have to. I mean, I don't know about you. I partially zoned out from it. So until he's actually back in a British ring, I don't see that this is over yet. I think he will.
He can't even fight in Riyadh. Do you know that? He can't fight in Riyadh because Riyadh is
the board is there at the board. So yeah, he's. I mean, to be honest, I do want him to come back. I think the welterweight division could do with him. Sorry, what's Jam saying while we're at it? So my eyesight.
Jam's talking about Lemos. Lemos came in 6 pounds overweight.
Oh, that's Lemos on your hate list now, isn't it? Anyone
you understand me, Rob. One thing that I hate in life is taxes, people that don't pay taxes, and fighters missing weight. It's disgusting. It is immature, it's unprofessional. And the 6 pounds overweight, you are an asshole. That's what you are. For no legitimate reason. Like Fortuna, he came in overweight. Robbie told me, look, it's not his fault. This is what happened, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, cool. Exonerated. And then Lemos is coming a whole 6 pounds overweight, bro. Like, who the... Why?
He saw how Garcia got away with it with Haney, and like I said, that
he didn't get away with it. He had to pay. He had to pay a fine. He had to pay a mil per pound.
Yeah, okay. So
a mil per pound.
In the case of Garcia, he might have guessed that. Well, I've got so much money anyway, it don't matter. But Lemos, I'd be interested to know how much of a financial penalty he had to pay, because can't imagine he's getting significant money. So yeah, but yeah, Ben. Before we sidetrack, Ben, I think my guess is that I think everyone, all the parties involved, have been worn down by this, and I do think it will come to an end soon. I think in 2025, the first quarter, we'll see Eubank v Ben, whether in the UK or in Riyadh, and it'll all be all sanctioned by the board and what have you. I do think we'll see it, but has it now lost its lustre? I think so. People used to say it would have sold
really.
Would have sold out a stadium. I don't know. When Ben went and confronted Eubank in Riyadh, I don't think it created the same sort of buzz. I think it's lost it now.
It's not even about that. People every boxing fans do this. Like, it happens every single time. Humans are like the most repetitive creatures ever. They'll be like, "Oh, there's no buzz. AJ Fury, it's not what it wants. This, da, da, da." And then when it gets to the fight time, everyone's like, "Oh, watching the fight." So it's irrelevant, really, what buzz it has or this or whatever. People still buy. People still go there. People still watch the fight. So I just want them to get it out of the way now, and then new things can happen, because I'm sick of this shit. It's been like 2 years, bro. Just take the ban. If they appeal again, just take the ban. Take the fucking ban. Just backdate it. You're fighting again, because it's nonsense now.
Do you want to? Do you want to see it?
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, I just want it. No, do you know what? I want it to happen, because the powers that be will not let it go. So until it happens, it's like no one can live on with their lives. So just do it.
What do you want to see Ben do with his career?
Fucking something. You know what I mean? Like, just something. Like, just mate. It's too long now. Like, it's just too long. Like, do you really want this hanging over your head for years and years? These lot, they're not gonna go. They'll create the awkwardness. Yeah, they may not be able to battle you in terms of money, but it will be just dragging on, and they'll drag on this, like, just to create it and then go away, create it, go away. So it's just like, go speak to them, sort it out. But as far as I'm aware, I think that fight will definitely happen next summer. I think Eubank will have another fight, Ben will have a fight, and then it'll happen in the summer.
Okay. Yeah,
that's my predictions.
I think it is such a big money fight, or a money grab, whatever you want to call it. I think it will. Big up Håkan, of course, our resident Viking. If anyone knows anything about fighters being sent to Valhalla, Håkan's the man to comment on it. Genuine.
Håkan's the man.
Scandinavian contact, super fan. So big up to you, Håkan. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, that's that. As you know, totally gone off Eubank. He's on my hate list. He's done the unforgivable, turning down a couple of world title opportunities. So I've just zoned him out now.
How hilarious was the the Eubank Reynoso thing, right? I can't lie, man. I'm trying to forget it. I'm trying. You lot, man. I'm trying. People are like, Rico, like, oh, hating on you, man. Like, no, it's not me. If I'm seeing these things happen, I'm gonna laugh, bro. Because, bro, you're all right. They came out and they said, Ben came out and he said, small conversation, small talks. Yeah, this guy, he needs to stop saying small talk.
Rico, Ben Shalom's your guy, innit?
I love him.
You
love
understand
him. Love him. I love everything he does.
No one else in the media knows him like you. So what's he on? He's trying to say, yeah, back in discussions. Reynoso says, no, we ain't entertaining this guy again. And then Ben's coming out like, oh, no, I'm discussing with his lawyer. What involvement do lawyers have in matchmaking?
Nothing.
They look over contracts to make sure they're legally.
All that was he saw bro in the dance, and he was like, that's Reynoso's look. Hey, Retete had a call. Yo, can you mention to them this? Yeah, I'll mention. Yeah, don't worry. Then goes out there. Yeah, we've had some small talks, and then reality check smacked the fucking shit out of him. Reynoso came out because the lawyer talked to him. The lawyer was like, "Oh, what do you think about that fight?" Nah, bruv, we're not doing that. And furthermore, he in the thing it says he goes on to insist it will never ever happen because Eubank created problems in negotiations, bro. Now it's not me doing this; it's bro doing this. And he's consistently done it. And to be honest, I'm here for the journey. If you do it again,
this just don't make sense to me. I mean, listen, of course, I don't.
It never does. That's the beauty of it.
I'm not super rich, but my understanding is, who's friends with their lawyer like that? I mean,
no
any
one.
lawyers deal with. It's like strictly
Ben took the initiative. He took the wrong initiative. Ben was like, "All right, I'm cool with the lawyer, so we're good. We're team Canelo. We're team Alvarez." Lawyer goes back to the camp. They said to the lawyer, "Bro, nah, just do lawyer things."
Good on him. As you know, Canelo has he's off my hate list for now. And that segues
How
nicely.
did that shit happen? Hold on. Nah.
You know what? It segues nicely into Jam's question, which you put up on the screen. What do we think about the ring purchase by he who shall not be named?
I think he's a G. I think he's gangster as fuck. Shout out to Turkey Al Sheikh. Hallow be his name. The realest of the real. The vanquisher of vanquishers. The man out here.
Right.
He is him. Yo, listen, you're Richard said this, that, and the third. This guy he's changed boxing. This year, we've had some of the most are you for real? You're moving mad. Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn are now on the same network doing same network shit. Like, who brought their hands together and forced their hands together in ironcladness? It was Turks. It was Turks. He who will be named.
You're young, so
what the hell?
Your boxing memory only goes back so far.
What do you mean?
There's been other people who've controlled the sport before and used that power like to make. I'd say better than this. Yeah, better than this. When Don King was running the
you are, bro. I'll cut this whole live off right now.
He put on better shows. Now, this thing about he who shall not be named purchasing the Ring magazine. There's this idea that the Ring magazine is this incorruptible, font of boxing virtue. Did you know back in the 70s, Don King paid the editorial of the Ring magazine to fix the rankings, and when it got found out, their credibility was shot for years, and it was because of that the alphabet organizations gained power, because then the TV companies were forced to turn to them for rankings and for making fights, because it's like, oh well, the Ring magazine are corrupt. People have forgotten about that. People, or in the case of you youngsters who think you know it all, but you ain't lived long enough. You ain't got that old man wisdom yet. Yeah? The Ring magazine was corrupt for a while. That's why the WBC and WBA ended up getting as much power as they had. Little did the TV companies know, Don King also had them in his pocket. He had all angles covered. He had the Ring magazine in his pay. Then Maurizio's dad, Jose, and Gilberto, whoever ran the WBA back then. Anyway, King controlled the industry for a long, long time, and he put on better shows than what we're getting now. And the stadiums were full, by the way. So, this new?
Are you done saying a whole bunch of nothing? Sorry.
I've said a lot of profound things there, but you got to have the wisdom to understand what I'm saying. Anyway.
What the hell, bro? No, I'll simplify it for everybody. His op was on Ring magazine, and he bought it, and
yeah,
that's not. He said what? He said okay, and bought it. I want to shout out Jake Donovan, man. Jake Donovan is an amazing sport, bro. I put a GIF on there and a thing.
Is that Jake in the box? Is he sacked?
Yeah.
Has he been sacked?
He's not. He's not. Turkey's not a man of sacking, I don't think. It's just
you are joking. The guy bars me from his
there. It's still in his bio. Someone check his bio. When I last checked, Jake is still Ring magazine.
Yeah, listen, they wait a while before they take action, but
nah, it's not even that. Do you know what it is? I bet he called him in the office, and Turkey was just like, "All you gotta do is hold my hand."
Yeah, he paid a visit to the booth. But, I ain't doing that. I ain't learning my dignity. I'm happy just going to small hall shows if need be. But cool. Yeah, I think Turkey, we know what he's trying to do, and that's why Canelo's off my hate list. In answer to your question,
are you for real? Oh, what this and okay, all right.
No, because look, we saw earlier, Inoue, Japan has fallen. Japan has fallen. All that is left to resist the empire is Canelo and Tank. So, Tank I never hated on. I've been critical of his match.
All your hopes and dreams are on the Canelo and Tank Davis, and
North America is all that's left to resist the evil empire. Big up neutral. Well,
it's not about evil empire, bro. It's about giving the best shows to the fans, bro, and unity. Yes, bro. As much as you're in that fucking Buzz Lightyear shit, it is true. All right, there's got to be something loose in there to get this through to you right now, because Turkey has changed. We wouldn't have had a lot of the fights that we wanted if it wasn't for that guy, because boy, that is power, right? You had a mad exchange on Twitter with somebody. He buys their home. Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, it's I think it's good. I think I don't know. It depends, innit? Like what he does with it. Like, was it just?
Well, we'll know what he'll make the rankings such, just like Don King used to do. I
think he wants to make it sort of like a UFC kind of thing.
I don't
like
think
the Ring magazine belt, like, because look at that undisputed belt he gave Usyk. That looks like a UFC belt. He might try and replace the Ring belt.
I think if he gets enough power, then he'll start maneuvering the rankings to make the fights he wants, rather than necessarily the guys that deserve the fights the most. That's what I think he'll do. And the fights he wants, yes, they
are the best ones.
On the one hand, we could get the biggest fights that are going to sell the most. However, where does that leave those guys who might be better, but they just don't have as big a fan base? They just get frozen out.
Right. But Turkey had someone on there from Pro Box. Come on, man.
Who?
He's a fan. He's a fan. Like you as much as you ooh and you're ahhing, like he actually.
I'm talking. Listen, short and medium term, it's good, but long term, eventually, some finance minister in Saudi Arabia is going to tell him, all right, we gave you this big budget. The whole purpose of this was we wanted tourism, blah, blah, blah. Start getting fights and shows which sell a hell of a lot. No more, you doing your fan stuff.
You're underestimating their budget. Their budget's not like normal budgets, right? Like, you think
I'm not underestimating.
I'm pretty sure they've been saving some bread with all that oil that has been coming out of there.
The PIF have recently said they're cutting the budget.
What? So, okay, you can't have 1 billion. You can have 500,000. What? Okay.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's what bringing all the promoters together was for. That's what it was for. It was for them to match all the fighters easier. This is the thing.
Turkey himself said
he knew, but he has it as a stage where it can now sort of build itself, because he's got all of these promoters, promotional companies. You got Golden Boy, you got Queensberry, you got Matchroom, all on one thing. You got GBM coming through now, which is on DAZN. You got, like, honestly, come on.
Yeah, well, listen, I've never hidden the fact that for me it's personal, but
I know you almost just bring it up randomly.
Hey, I didn't bring it up.
How's the weather today? Yeah, I'm not just feeling this turkey thing.
What do you think about the purchase of the Ring magazine? I didn't bring it up, so
yeah. If anybody would like to have a convo with me and Rob are back, baby. All right, we've been away for a minute.
Ready to go.
But Rob, he needed to find the tightest of the tight. Like that's camel skin. That there. That's teeth. Yeah. StreamYard's in there. What else have we got on the agenda, Ron? I think it's so interesting in life, but like boxing, it does have its ups and downsies. This weekend, the Keyshawn Davis fight. Obviously, we have. I think the Matchroom card is way better than that one. We have Bam Rodriguez. We have Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis.
That brings us back to the whole furore over the whole the purse for Norman Jr. Because let's be real,
right? No, we can't just keep on bringing about Norman Jr. having bad.
No, the reason we've got
business decisions, I don't give a shit. He didn't want 1.7 mil.
You telling me Boots versus Kardashian is dire? Yeah, that is a dire fight, and I feel sorry for Boots because a man of his talents deserves. I mean, he deserves a legacy at I think it'll be a pity.
But if they don't want to fight him, like, what is he supposed to do about it? Like, it's
what is promoter supposed to do?
If you're saying no, but if you're saying no,
pay the guys
that you've never seen, and then you go and injure yourself. Like, who looks like the idiot in the situation? It's not. I don't even think it's Ryan Norman Jr. I don't even think it's him. I think it's the people around him that have fucked it for him for no reason.
I never had a problem with Norman Jr.'s stance, really.
But not
anyway, let's not go over old ground.
Yeah, they made a bad business decision and they're paying for it. It's their problem. It's their fault.
Imagine it's going to be a dire fight. He's going to do the same thing as he did last time. That is, He's going to box safety first, feel a couple of hard shots from Boots, and realise that if he gets too ambitious, he's getting starched out. Unless Boots wants to make a real statement, takes quite a few risks. Yeah, he might do that. He's fighting in front of his home fans. Yeah, that can help. Jams pointing out, yeah, Jams has just done the analysis for KEV Amanda Serrano next week.
I reckon Amanda might do it this time. I don't know. I think Katie's been in so many wars, man. Like Katie's body is done.
Yeah.
He barely came out of that the last one of that Cameron fight.
She's more comfortable at 140. Has Serrano fought at 140? She might actually have. So
I don't know actually, but 140 pounds. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Serrano is just ever so well. I say ever so slightly. I feel like she's the stronger of the two currently, just in terms of bodily disposition and from what I've seen from both. Yeah. But Katie should be honored, man. She gave so much to women's boxing, inspiration. She's a close second to Miss GB, Tasha Jonas for me. And yeah, looking forward to that fight. But both, well, after, if it ends the way that I think it's gonna end, I think Katie should 1,000,000% retire now. Like, just literally give it up, man. Please.
I don't think she will she? Don't think she will though, will she?
Mate, she has to, bro. Like these young women coming through there, like she might get knocked sent to a different galaxy, bro. Like if she keeps it up, like at the end of the day, you have to call it quits, man. Or do like a rematch against Tasha or something. Like, okay, fine, but you know, just it's time now. With Mike Tyson, I hope Mike Tyson's on peds. I hope he's on roids. I hope he's juiced to fucking everything, bro. I hope he's got super soldier serum pumping through those veins. And I hope he puts a hole right through Jake Paul.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather not even talk about it. It's
big up Trill Dollar Bill.
Money grab as big up Trill Dollar Bill.
Has anyone caught the documentary on Netflix? It's about Tyson and Paul. Nah, I'm not watching any of that shit.
Believe it or not, I'm actually not a subscriber to any sort of TV, whether it's sports, streaming, what have you. Just don't.
But I bet you're a subscriber to Amazon, innit? Like you type tightest shirts I can get delivered tomorrow.
Now and again, when Amazon Prime do those deals, like try it for a month for $5.99, I'll sign up for it then. But nah, otherwise, just don't have enough time to watch TV. First press conference back today for the Magnificent Seven show that Queensbury are doing on December the 7th. One of Frank's last shows on TNT. So good to see he's not just delivering substandard stuff before his contract with them runs dry. So he's finishing his contract with TNT in good faith by the looks of it. It's a hell of a card.
BT have been good to him though, to be fair.
Yeah, of course I have. Spoke to Denzel against Brad Pauls. Great fight that.
I need to shout Denz, man.
I like both guys, and so I'm going to be
same. They're such good humans, in it, Raw. Like I love them both. It's so tough. Like that's why I always say, like when you do what Raw and I do, and you actually get to know like the fighters themselves. It's so hard, like not to kind of bring emotions into the thing. But I mean, may the best man win for me. Like obviously, I'd say I'm closer to Denz than Brad, but also Brad is really, really cool human being. So yeah, man. Again, I think it's going to be a great fight, and I think somebody might be getting knocked out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both on great form as well.
Something that's weird about the middleweight division now there's this weird Mexican standoff between Adames, Janibek, and Hamza. All three of them are like, you. Which of us? Who's it going to be? Like, and then someone, I think it was Boxing Kingdom, who you know that guy, don't you? I think you've interviewed him. I think on Twitter he said
Kingdom Media. I'm never.
Yeah, there's talks of that Hamza's in discussion with Erislandi Lara of all people, which might explain.
Yeah, he fights Lara instead of Janibek. I would say that's a duck, and I don't want to say that about Hamza, but
it might be, but it's a weird one because Hamza's mandatory for both of them two. Yet is
he mandatory for both? If he's mandatory for both, okay, then I'm kind of like,
no,
what you do.
No, he's mandatory. He's mandatory for Adames and Janibek. But there's talk that he's in negotiation with Lara, who he's not mandatory for. So it's like, the only thing I can think of is His Excellency said, "How about this, Hamza? You fight Lara. You two, Adames and Janibek, you two fight each other, and then the winners, you all fight each other to become undisputed middleweight champ." That's the only other thing I can think of. If that's the plan, it's a good one. But yeah, in terms of Denzel and Brad, it means if Hamza ain't going to take his mandatory shot at Janibek, then it means that effectively becomes the final eliminator for Janibek. So, yeah, Jam says, yeah, he's seen that for Lara's well. So that's why Paul's v. Bentley's happening for Hamza's EBU that he's vacated. Yeah, that's what Frank Warren said at the press conference today. And it could also be a WBO final eliminator because if Hamza ain't taking the Janibek fight.
Yeah, one of them two will definitely take it. I fancy both of them against Janibek, to be fair.
Yeah. So, yeah, anyway, that's the headliner. Great fight. Like I said, like you, I'll be torn. But there's a couple other good fights. Well, not a couple. They're all good fights on that. The cruiserweight fight between Alois and Oakford. Really looking forward to that. And Lawrence Coley's heavyweight debut.
Go Coley, my guy.
Oh, wait. I was the original to stick up for Goat Coley. You were the one shitting on him that summer's night in Bournemouth. Do you remember that great day out?
No, you know what it is? But he proved to me that he has every type of mineral out here. Because obviously, like Chris Smith, he's the first guy ever to give me an interview, bro. Like, so you know what I mean? Like there's that. And also, like, I live in Southampton. Like, he lives in Bournemouth. Like, we're Southern brothers out here. But then Goat Coley, he turned into Goat Coley. You know, he went over there in Poland, and I had an agenda, and I needed an assassin, and he was that guy. Went over there and got our fucking pride back. So, to be honest with you, his name is Goat Coley forever, never ever.
But by the way, Lawrence remembered me. The only member of boxing media that
is that why you're wearing the tie? Yeah, because he remembered because your tight shirt. He was like, "Bro, I can't. That no one's wearing a shirt that tight." Oh, I remember that guy. Is right.
True, I was wearing a super tight shirt that night, but that's because
no way.
The after party. Whoa, boy! It just so happened the after party by the Polish promoter was in the same hotel as mine, and my God, those Polish girls, yeah. I mean, listen, you do great over there because believe you me, that those racist inbred towns, they're desperate for some genetic diversity, yeah. So
how do you dig yourself in these holes?
Oh, digging holes, all right. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I got Punch-Out Boxing tonight, tomorrow. Few interviews. Got Denzel, got Lawrence, got Oakford talking about that fight against Alois. That's a great fight at cruiserweight, by the way. We saw, last month, Alois' rival Fletcher had a bad night and lost his unbeaten record.
Big up to Fletcher, man. I know he was hard on himself that day.
Big up. I mean, look, Frank isn't as demanding as Eddie, but he ain't going to protect his fighters indefinitely. After a dozen or so fights, he's going to be telling them, you know what, you're going to have to.
That's why he's only had like 8 fights. When I interviewed him that time, remember when was at the Copper Box? He's had another, and then he had another one at your call, and then now he's at this one.
Yeah, Alois is. This is going to be Alois' 10th fight.
No, not Alois. Sorry,
Fletcher.
Yeah, Fletcher.
Yeah, he's not had many. And like I said, Alois, this will be only his 10th fight.
Oh yeah. Nah, he's got Frank. I think Frank. That's what he's doing better. He's kind of been criticized with obviously you get like Yard or whatever, but I feel like he's actually developing the fighters a lot more, pushing them into the Commonwealths and the Europeans and the disses. You know what I mean? So there's more of a steady climb.
If it's because his stable is now so deep,
big.
And he's got so much more influence now that, as we've seen, like we say with Denzel, his fighters can lose a fight. You can get him a couple of wins back, and then they're back right in the mix. So maybe he's got that much more leeway if his fighters do lose.
But that's what's so beneficiary about Queensberry and Matchroom being together. Yeah. They can have the biggest stables that they want because now they can match their fighters together instead of having to do in-house fights to keep everyone happy and this person gets injured.
But talking off in-house fights though, and this is one you'll love, another lad I spoke to, your local boys, Royston. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Royston's at super featherweight. Your boy Ryan Garner's at super featherweight. Both from Southampton. Royston didn't want to talk too much about next fights, but he said for next year there's someone in particular he wants to fight, but he ain't going to say their name yet.
Yeah, Ryan's always wanted the stadium fight. At St. Mary's. And to be honest, that would be amazing. Like I could just walk there, bro, and actually do media and shit. That would be wow.
That'd be impressive.
That would be amazing. Raw, mate. Like that would be incredible stuff. And big up to Ryan, man. Like Ryan's really improved as well. Like he's KOing people. Like he's showing real improvement. So, he's a friend. Big up to Ryan. I would have to obviously back my guy Ryan. I'm gonna lie.
Ryan, I don't know if you know. I think Queensberry have approached Matchroom about making Ryan Garner against Reece Bellotti.
That'd be a great fight.
Reece Bellotti recently he had his fight with Gomez fall through.
Gomez pulled out 5 minutes before the fight. That's crazy.
Yeah, fucking insane.
That is outrageous. I would be fuming. And they gave him the mic. This is the thing, right? Like they know exactly what the fuck to do because he was like. If anybody if you love what you're doing, you wouldn't just pull out the fucking fight. Eddie was just looking there like, this is amazing.
Jams makes some good points. Dalton Smith. We go back to Jams's previous question. Yeah, Dalton Smith's been removed. Ordered Pierce O'Leary v. John Fernandez. I'm all over that. That was brilliant. And in fact, our colleague Regan from International Boxing Hub, he made a good point. They should try and get John Fernandez in for the December the 7th card. He should have been in training anyway. And he's got about a month. Why not? I mean, I don't think Pierce O'Leary needs another knockover.
Nah, man, put him in there, bro. Fuck it. Put him in there.
Pay John Fernandez what he wants.
Why has Dalton been taken out? Is he injured?
No, I think he didn't. I think he just didn't decide it weren't worth pursuing. Maybe he's got a better fight or whatever.
To be fair, he's above European. After that Zabeda win, I was like, Get this fucking guy somebody even better than him, because Dalton is talented. You know, obviously Adam Azim, he is my Slough brother. Everyone knows I grew up in Slough. So one, but yeah, man, I respect his game. But obviously I got my guy Adam Azim in that fight if they fight.
Plenty of time that, but yeah, Pierce O'Leary, he's on that December the 7th card. No opponent confirmed. So I think, what are you waiting for? John Fernandez?
Let's do it.
Do it. So yeah, that's December the 7th. Of course, I won't be going to that show because Top Tier, my mate Johnny Clark, is doing a show on the same night in Brentwood. I'll be going to that. They're doing a 4-man super middleweight tournament. It's 4 prospects. Yeah, this is insane. One of them, a kid to look out for, John Marvin. He's just come out of the British Army. He represented Philippines at the Olympics. Not many Filipinos grow to super middleweight size, so it was a bit unusual seeing this Filipino who's like the size of Callum Simpson. But anyway, yeah, he's going straight in. He's going to have a pro debut in York Hall, TM14 show next weekend. And then 2 weeks after that, he's going into this super middleweight tournament on Top Tier's show. That's fascinating. So there's him. There's Brandon Lewis, who's a male model as well as boxer. Ozzy Osbourne, who just fought for the Southern Area title, and Ryan Maycock. Them 4. Yeah, and that is another weird thing. Johnny Clark's show is going to be on DAZN on the same night. Izzy Asif's show for GBM in Sheffield is also going to be on DAZN. So
big up to Izzy, man. What he's doing over there with GBM is absolutely amazing, bro. Like how they've up the ranks. Now they've got the DAZN deal. Incredible. First bills for so the first bids for O'Leary and Fernandez are on the 13th round.
I'll tell you what, it's this sort of thing, this sort of bureaucracy that all the organizations, that's one of the biggest things that holds things up. Yeah, it's like, you know, like when a fighter pulls out of a purse bid on the day, what, you then got to wait weeks or months for the next purse bid? Nah, it's like with modern technology, you know, internet and stuff, they should basically organize it for like the next week or the next day. It's like, look, you don't all have to be here. You guys, you know how a purse bid works. Queensbury, whatever, this promoter, that promoter, right, we'll do it via Zoom. You get me? Tomorrow, or you got 3 days. Do you want to bid? Yes or no? If not, we'll go on to the next one. Because anyway, I think I would really like Queensbury to tell the EBU we're going to approach Fernandez's team and try and get a deal in for December the 7th so we can dispense with the purse bid. That's
it makes more sense, to be honest.
Why waste time giving O'Leary another knockover for December the 7th and then this EBU fight in the new year sometime? I think that's pointless. Go straight into it now. They're both ready. Fernandez is, I mean, he's fairly experienced. Yeah, he's not. It's not like it's not his first step up. So, yeah, that's my little frustration with these governing bodies and their bureaucracy.
It's always good to let it out, Ron, and that's what the RnR hours are. Anyway,
3 weeks worth of frustration.
I know, mate. 3 weeks. That shit is tight. You can't. Nothing can get. I've missed you, buddy. I've missed you, my brother. Obviously, the last point, before we kill the show, big up to everybody that's been tuning in to me and Rob for the RnR hour. Ben Whittaker. Now, Ben Shalom has come out and he's basically said that the rematch between Ben Whittaker and Liam Cameron is in the forefront of their minds. What does that mean?
It means just like Adam Azim and Dalton Smith thinking about it, it'll be done at the time that suits them. Let's be real. Nah, that ain't happening next. That ain't happening next. We don't know if
Jams is very good friends with Liam. Jams has said that Liam has told him it's definitely happening. So yeah, man.
Oh, okay. Well,
Ben's got to get that back, bro, man. He's got to crouching tiger, hidden dragon the fuck out of that whole situation, because he's come out looking quite bad. You know, you look at Achilles, you know, and the Achilles heel. You know, it's that's the story I'd put on this one.
Yeah, he hasn't come out looking well at all, because if you're gonna do all that showboating and what have you, and then after a bad performance and criticism, you go missing. Yeah, I mean, Naz in his heyday, make no mistake, he had a lot of haters and critics.
But bro, he backed it up with his shit. He beat them up, like he brought them up.
I mean, the difference is, yeah, he knocked people into next week, but even then, every time he got criticized, he was just defiant, you know, unashamedly defiant. If you're gonna come at the game with that persona, then you got to be shameless. There can't be none of this.
Don't lie to him, Padre. Don't lie to him. Oh, well, I'm really looking forward, obviously, to
missed you as well. Mr. Neutral, the only man that compliments me. Not that I want compliments from men, by the way. I want them from women, but hey, I'll take a compliment from wherever they come. No, I'm not that buff. Ate too much ice cream and cake on holiday, so yeah, just getting back into shape now. Now we know how fighters. I should do a weight cut the way fighters do, just to know what they go through. So yeah, that is I say that is pretty much the week's news, apart from the furore over Iman Khalif. I don't think hardcore boxing fans were really all over it. I think it was more just like the woke and anti-woke brigade that were all over it. So I think we'll leave them to it.
There's too many plot twists, man. It's either listen, just do thing or don't do the thing, bro. Like I can't be asked for this. I've muted it on all my so because it's raw. This is just irritated now, isn't it? It's just it's not a hard thing to prove. It's really not. It's really not a hard thing to prove. It can be done in a 2-second day, whatever. But it's just this and that and this, and it's just like, look, I don't give a shit. Okay? I don't care. So it is what it is. It's not what to life. That's exactly about that situation there. That's that. Thank you guys obviously so much for tuning into the RnR hour with myself, Mr. I'm Mr. Raw Hokim. He's Mr. KO Boxing. You know, I might just get like the tightest shirt next week. I might get the tightest shit I could possibly find back in the thing, and just because I can't let you do this. I feel like you've gone on holiday, got frustration, and challenged my manhood. So I'm not gonna
shrink wrap. Get your shirt shrink wrapped on here.
Oh, I'm gonna be like wrapping paper, like whoa. So this is what. But no, I hope you guys have enjoyed the show, man. We're gonna give one more, obviously, for the sponsors for D-Rock, promo code iBoxingHub 24. Let's go. Any last words, Ra?
Miss you all, love you all, iBoxing Hub fam. You know, never get tired of listening to that tune and seeing our brother BNG doing his little, little shadow boxing with the gloves
You can't
on.
even move in that thing, innit? You can't even move in that shit that you got on.
It's a straight jacket. But yeah, big up to Chris. Of course, he's waiting for a baby on the way. Trey's been very busy. Steve, Mr. Neutral, Aisha, I know you've all been working super hard at Bass. Big up to all of you. Yeah, so yeah, just as usual, look out for some of the stuff.
Nothing much to say.
Yeah, hopefully me and you are back on it to bring you guys some boxing and banter as per your show's rebranding. So yeah, thanks for joining in, everyone, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Take care, everybody. God bless. I'm always slow on the button of this thing now. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, let's do this one.